Good morning, book fighters. Today is Monday, November 8th, and for a limited time only, the Dolphins back. Yes, I'm back in my home. I've got a reading week for university, so here I am, read. And this week I read The Pesthouse by Jim Crace. Now, The Pesthouse is set in a dystopian America. There's been a cataclysmic landslide, and America, as you know it, has been completely wiped out. And it's about this group of people called immigrants who want to emigrate from America and go where they think, you know, they're going to have better lives and whatever. Running through this is this kind of central love story between the main character and his muse, who has this disease called the flux, and it's a big disease that has come about since the landslide. Now, the big selling point for this book is clearly the language. It is very poetic, and it does read really well, and maybe better than kind of a lot of books that I've read recently. It's very fluent. The language doesn't stick to strict boundaries. It really does flow. It's nice to read, and it's a pleasant reading experience, even though the subject isn't very pleasant. The plot I thought was okay. It did the job. It didn't really strike me. And then the overall experience, of the book was just kind of underwhelming. Kind of this pleasant experience of actually reading Jim Crace's prose, and the kind of underwhelming nature of the story. So it was just like, it almost seemed as if it was a trade-off. Like, there wasn't enough substance, I didn't feel, to kind of back up this command of language that he has. So I thought it was an okay read. You know, it passed the week, but I didn't feel like it was remarkably imaginative and moving, you know, which the Daily Telegraph seemed to think it was. Next week I will be reading Jane Eyre, and I finished The Pesthouse early, and I've already started reading this, and I am loving it so far. So this could be, you know, that one of few classic novels that I really enjoy. I'm loving the character of Jane, so I'll talk more about that next week. NaNoWriMo has happened. We're a week into it, and it doesn't seem to be going brilliantly for everyone. I think I'm ahead out of others, but I'm still not doing very well. I think out of all the room fighters, Bree is higher than me by about 50 words or something. But we're not doing very well, and I've seen that Lauren and Sarah are like teaming up now, and they're going to write 100,000 words together, which is cool. But I think just in general, it seems like we were ill-prepared. But anyway, I think I have about 7,000 and something words. I'm hoping to get 1,000 or 2 more tonight. It's not going well, but it's happening. I'm trucking along. I'm hoping there's just gonna be like one day where I just attack it and write 10,000 words in one go. But you know, the likelihood of that is slim. So I want to spend the rest of this video talking about Hans von Hosel, who, if you don't know by now, is an author on fanfiction.net or fanfiction.com. He's German, and he's written fan fiction for about everything, and I think he's absolutely incredible. And I'm going to share with you one of my favourite of Hans von Hosel's stories, which, you know, yeah. This is for the never-ending story. Okay. The never-ending story. I will make a going library, say Bastian, as go the library. You can make a buying, never-ending story, said the owner of the library. But Bastian saw the high of price. But it is overpriced, shout Bastian. Ah, yes, said the library, but the story cannot end. It is of never end. Then that is good deal, say Bastian. Get out the notes of cash and a buying book. So Bastian brought the book and took it home to make readings. But suddenly, the last page. What? Yelled Bastian. They tell me book cannot make endings. I have been rip off. And so Bastian took a flamethrower and burned down library. That will teach you to steal my money, say Bastian, as the library constructs in many flames and all books burn to the ground. Now, I know what you're thinking, that's literary genius, and I completely agree with you. I mean, what a tale about, false advertising, and us as a community don't fight against it, but then if we do fight against it, what happens? Do we ruin it for ourselves? Profound work from Hans von Hosel about consumerism and the nature of human conflict. So, my question to you this week can only be, what is your favourite Hans von Hosel story? And, a short critical analysis of its importance and profanity. If you haven't read any Hans von Hosel yet, I will leave the link to that story and the link to his page on fanfiction on fanfiction.net, so you can read and experience for yourself the world through the eyes of Hans. So Bookfighters, that is all for this week. Lauren, I will see you tomorrow.